When I was 12, I started touring. I feel like I'm still a songwriter first, and then a producer, and probably then a dude in a band. Because I'm a songwriter for a living now, and I write for so many other artists, I feel like I've been able to hone in like what a great song is and what a great arrangement for a song is. When I'm on stage, when I'm playing, there is nothing else. I'm never looking at I never know how long we've been up there. Someone has to come out and say, you've got 5 minutes left. I never know. I've been working on this album. Thematically, the record sits where who I am as an adult with my own kids now and a wife and a life. I mean, I'm not trying to pretend to go back in time and be that 25-year-old kid when I started Goldfinger. What I do is what I love. I don't work a job that I have to work. I work a job that I choose to work. And the idea of staying, childlike as I get older and having the same enthusiasm as I've always had.
You say nothing matters to me. You say we've got broken history. Hold the knife.
On a personal note, John means everything to me. He's one of my best friends in the world. He has changed my life and my career. I love him and his family with all of my heart, and he means everything to me, and I think that everyone that's ever worked with him feels the same way. Please welcome my friend, John Feldmann.
You say I don't get how you think. You say you're closer to the brink. Hold the knife away from me, not closer to.
Thank you. Thank you, Andy Biersack, you handsome, handsome, handsome man. I want to thank music for fucking saving my life, first off, for sure. I grew up in the 80s. I'm an 80s kid. And what was on the radio at the time, it was Michael Bolton, it was Styx, it was REO Speedwagon. It was music that I would probably define as terrible. And alternative press came along in 1985 and influenced me by turning me on to bands like The Smiths, The Cure, Social Distortion, like The Clash, all my favorite bands still today. So thank you, alternative press, for showing us the way of what it's like to still rock in 2017. Thank you. I also want to thank my wife who's here for just putting up with endless bullshit. I drink so much coffee. It is, it's not fair to my body, but I'll drink coffee at midnight and wake my wife up at 3 in the morning. What do you think of this idea? What do you think of this idea? And she's just like, go to fucking sleep, dude. Literally, dude. And she's like the band mother. Every album I make, she's just there. I hired a stripper for the bass player for 5 Seconds of Summer, Callum's birthday when he was 18, and she wouldn't leave. So Amy came in and was like, Sparkles, it's time to go, Sparkles, And so I love you, Amy. I love you so much. I was a terrible kid. I was a fucked up kid, man. I got kicked out of high school. I never went to college. There wasn't a lot of support when I grew up, and I was told I would never amount to anything, is what I was told, and they were fucking wrong. I know, it's hard. It's just hard growing up and coming of age, and music has always been there for me. I had no idea what my life was going to be. As a 16-year-old kid, I was a depressed, anxious, I was a cutter when I was a kid. I had no idea there was another side to this life. And thank God I just hung on. I had no Like, I have an 8-year-old daughter named Mila, and I was at, I had no idea. Last weekend, I was at the Grove in Los Angeles at the American Girl doll store, which is what my life has become. And I was sitting there, I was thinking, I'm like, this store could be the greatest birth control thing ever invented. If you're thinking about having kids, go hang out at an American Girl doll. Actually, maybe if you're some rock dude in the audience, don't just go hang out at an American. That would be fucking weird. If I have influenced anyone, I hope that my message is, my message of life is short. Don't take yourself so serious and lighten the fuck up, okay? I love my life. Thank you.